There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Good evening. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. We're back and working on the MG Tallgeese II some more tonight. And as usual, we'll jump in the chat in a moment here and say hello to everyone. Before I do, a couple pieces of administrivia here to take care of. Number one, do hit that like button if you enjoyed these streams. It helps get more people to see the stream, and the more the merrier. And number two, if you were thinking of taking advantage of, say, our God Hand restock yesterday, or just were looking at the website in general, if you head over to mechawarehouse.com, use that live 10 code to save 10% during the stream tonight. And yeah, with that all said, I'm going to jump in and say hello to everybody. What's up, Robert Hannifer? Maybe some Taco Bell. Man, that's becoming a staple. This is bad. I'm going to start switching it up. So Dylan Dull, Chris Stone, Travis Phipps. Let's see. Sorry, Robert. Sorry to hear about your family member on hospice. That's a real bummer, dude. Thoughts are with you, man. What's up? Lost in the Woods, Rob the Builder, Drez, Uzju, Mecha Mantis, Kyle Dixon, Andrew Reeve, Gam, Aspen, Vithia, Pitbull, right for the God of Hands, it's Midnight Dawn Table, what's up? Colin Thompson, Dizaparate, Gumpel Spade, Mark D, Buster, Logan Fury, Lewis Wong, Wyatt, Cole Smith, Hey Joe, REDN, Jason Galloway, Trinity, Woodfield, what's up? Could you just see everyone? Good evening. What's up, Weeks K, G-Mang, they're working the Perfect Strike Freedom right now, nice. What's up, Kermi, Gojira, Drez, Bobby Burley, oh, Eric. What's up, Chris C, Dakota, what's up? I suck at texting. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought that was a joke about the beard thing or something. What's up, Chris Stone? Alright, I think that's everybody. Where is everybody tonight? I guess I didn't post in the Discord earlier or something? I don't know. That's all good though. I can get to building sooner. How's everyone doing? What's up, Eric Tung? Up here, it is freezing today. Super cold out. Like, cold warning kind of cold. Went to the dump after the dojo this morning and thought my hands were going to fall off just in the, 2 minutes I was outside trying to lug stuff to the dumpsters at the dump. It's crazy. So, Dingosaurus Rex. Hello, first time showing up to the stream. Welcome. What's up, Jesse? Hey, Erfig. New York City is freezing. I mean, what's the climate down there? It's definitely south a little ways. It's not quite New England, but I think it can get cold down there. Go to tsunami alerts. Feed still dry, so it's a good day. That is a good day. The builder is really hoping for some snow here in MS, but looks like it shifted north. Dirt went back yesterday, banged down to pet a yard cat. No building for you tonight. Well, that's a bummer. West Coast on tsunami warning. That's crazy. Sorry, it's a lovely 80 here in Hawaii. You jerk. What's up, Chris? 14 real field, 10, and have a snowstorm warning for tomorrow. Yeah, I think it was like 7 when I was outside. I think the high today was like 14. It's just crazy. Like, it's New England, it happens every now and then. It's not anything super crazy, but I'm like feeling like little bits of chills, and I think it's just because it's cold out. But with all the COVID stuff going around, it's like, am I getting something, or is it just the just it being cold out? Yard cats are always worth the risk. 62 degrees here in Florida. That sounds like perfect. 28 of 36 real grades. I'm going to start my first one tonight after I finish these HG Just Opens. Nice. Hey, Gumpel Stop. What's going on? Okay, so I need 18 and 19. Anyone else watch the OMC stream this afternoon? What would it take to get Nick to submit an entry? What is the OMC? I'm not even sure I'm aware what that is. I'm just stupid. The team where they pet them, you pet them. Is it Farfu? -2 right now. It was -8 this morning. Jeez. I wonder what it actually is here right now. I'll have to go pull it up in a sec. What is the newest model building contest Mecha Warehouse that's going on? We've got nothing going right now. I'm thinking about starting up another skill builder challenge on the Discord soon. MG Tallgeese from the Xmas stream. No, this is the master grade that I started before the stream. Got UFC and Mecha Warehouse live stream. Pretty decent Saturday at work. Original Mecha competition. Doing it could be awesome. I'll have to check it out. What does the weather look like right here, right now? 4 degrees outside right now here. Delightful. I think it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. So tell me about this original Mecha competition. What is the competition? And why is there a stream involved? How about SD build contest scene? Usually when we do the Discord like skill builders, usually the builds are focused around like high grades or SDs or something inexpensive and hopefully readily available so people feel comfortable trying new things. Or my dog won't even poop. I do not blame your dog. I wouldn't want to go outside and poop right now either. What's up, Exis Gunpla? I gotta say, old HG Ava kits are pretty bad. But the new theme is hero suit stolen by bad guys. That'd be a good theme for a build contest. Basically, just repaint a hero suit in villain colors, or even vice versa, repaint a villain suit in hero colors. OMC is all about scratch build kits. It's really unique seeing all the entries. That's really cool. I'm gonna paint the goose. I will not be painting this one. I have another Tallgeese II that I will likely paint at some point, but this one will get decaled and top coated like my other master grade wing kits that I have. I started the set unpainted and I want to finish the set unpainted, and then I might end up doing most of them painted again at some point. A lot of the P Bandai ones I grabbed a pair of because why not? Are RE100 kits pretty rare to be printed? I rarely see them available anymore. A lot of stuff's rare just because they've demand outstrips supply, so nobody can keep anything on the shelves very long. So everything that you're seeing on the shelves was printed a ways back, or was printed recently. And I don't think they've done any RE100s, probably because other kits have typically sold better, I think. And so they might have been higher priorities for Bandai. Hit that like button so Nick isn't sad. Thanks, Kyle. He's on his 4th year. You're built out of any materials and Mecha of your own design. Big prices. That's pretty cool. Who puts it on? I haven't seen RE100 kits be reprinted since I've gotten into Gunpla. We've had a few. I mean, we got the, I think the last set we saw, like, included the newest, I think it was the newest RE100, which is the, was it the Zaku 2 FZ or whatever, from War in the Pocket. We had those back in the Attic days, I think. forget if we had any at the warehouse or not. Makes sense. I've done the RE100 Mark III and I've got a GPO for Gerbera on the way. Very satisfying build, nice. Looking to buy the MG Freedom 2.0. Any thoughts, guys? Good. Bad, save my money. I'm not sure. I think they're coming. They're being printed soon. I think we got some on the way. It just wasn't P Bandai. Yeah, it should be a regular release. OMC is run by Cam. The judge this year include Calamity and Mike Rinaldi. Recently did the Hamma. Yep, saw that one. Counted at least 15 big sponsors. All right, where am I at on this? PC 19. Yeah, like an RE100 is Zappa 2FC someday, but the current situation of supply and demand, that would have to improve first. Probably, I mean, things are bound to improve eventually. We're supposed to get our confirmations on the January through March orders that we placed last year, like any time now. I was told end of this week, but obviously the week's basically over, so I believe it'll be next week at the earliest. But we're expecting those soon, so it'll be interesting to see what our percentages look like between what we order and what we got. They seem to have been improving. They improved from last summer to the end of the year. So it'll be interesting to see if they continue to improve or if they stay the same, get worse. We're working on putting together our Q2 order, so that's April through June right now. Kate's been crunching the numbers for that so we can go through and make our decisions on all the different kits to order. Absolute total grind to go through all that stuff. But we'll be placing what will likely be our largest order ever by a pretty wide margin, I think, in the next week or so when we get all those numbers crunched and are able to review them all. What's up, Geomar? What's up, Ryan? Nick, do you sell those runner stands you're using? We do. We sell them. They're the tag art stands that come in a pack of, I don't know, it's like 10 or 20 of them. I've been enjoying mine. Definitely use the little pads that come with them. They definitely increase the stability a bit. It's time to get 300 Sosby for a cause. We've got probably like 40 or so in stock right now based on the couple of smaller shipments we've received, and I think we have 150 in queue to ship as well, so we've got a ton more of those coming. And I think they're on the next order form as well. They're just a really popular kit, so but there seemed to be like the one thing we're able to get a decent number of for some reason. I'm really hoping we can get like any other master grade in good quantity. Very excited for June. The RG God got him. That'll be a fun one. Just ordered 135k of shoes at my work. Our boot store. Hopefully we'll get them in the next 3 months. Yeah, it's like we're dying right now because nothing has come in. I don't think we've had any big shipments yet this year. I mean, we're only 2 weeks in, but we've got God Hand restocking this past weekend. What did we get last weekend? It was like a handful of kits maybe. And some other, with the airbrushing stuff. So that was a really small restock. Just got word late yesterday that some of our Kotobukiya pre-orders are shipping, including the Blade Liger, or the Blade Liger AB or whatever, are about to ship from that supplier. But we've got like 7 orders in queue from Bluefin that have been, like, the orders have been printed or whatever, and they are ready to go out the door once they're packed. So hopefully we'll start seeing those coming our way. Tuned in. What mech are you building? This is the Master Grade Tallgeese II. The RG God gun looks so sick. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Really, really good articulation from what it looks like. April through June is going to be a fun time. Lots of P-Mana deliveries and then God Gundam. We just placed and got confirmation on another couple. I think it's the Shield Liger maybe, and the I forget what it's called, the Triceratops looking one. Just got confirmations on those, so hopefully those pre-orders will be up soon, as well as pre-orders for our January through March stuff. So I'm dying to get that stuff, both inventory in and stuff up to order. Keep the flow of stuff going in and out. Darkhorn, yes, Darkhorn, that's right. Now the beard is coming back. Is anyone in the family objected? Does Mrs. like silky smooth, savory, gnarly neck? She prefers the beard, I think. I think we've all grown quite accustomed to it. A5. I want to trim everything else around it, but I think I'm going to wait till I hit like 4 weeks maybe. Since I don't have to worry about like an employer's grooming standards or anything. And I've been pleasantly surprised, no itchiness yet. But I've been using beard oil, so I guess that's the magical trick that I wish I had known when I grew my beard out the first time. I remember when I grew my beard the first time how uncomfortable it was until it reached, I don't know, whatever that minimum threshold is. No beard oil in there, come on. Definitely the beard oil. Just a little bit, I don't need a ton. Keep the skin moisturized. I've only been using it like maybe once or twice a week, but I think it's helped a little bit. That or I'm, still haven't hit the itchy phase yet. In other news, I watched the Expanse finale last night. The series finale, I guess. I'm really sad that show's over. It was such a good show. And they've left some big openings for, I guess, the next thing. Like they're almost like they're planning on being picked up or something. I hope someone else with some money picks it up. What is your opinion on out-of-print P Bandai accessory sets? I don't know if I have an opinion other than that I wish they were more readily available. But if I haven't built them or been reading about them, I don't really have too much of an opinion. What grade of kit is your favorite? Master Grade is definitely my favorite from a building perspective because of the added level of detail. But I feel like I've been building more high grades and stuff lately. Wait, how many episodes of season 6? I thought there's only like 3 episodes out right now. There's 6 episodes. It was a short season. which is the extra wing set for the RG RX-93 or heavy weapon set for that kit. I mean, it kind of makes sense to make them P Bandai, but at the same time, I kind of wish they were regular releases. Did you see all those Mecha model kit announcements from Good Smile that happened recently? Maybe. I mean, I'll probably see it. I don't follow them directly, but we got a lot of Good Smile stuff on the way. So I'll probably see them and have them up in order research in the near future. But I haven't been like watching news or anything like that in depth or anything along those lines. I gotta catch up. Yeah, you do. I felt like going into the finale, like the finale would have a lot of catching up to do, or have to resolve a lot, and a lot to resolve in only one episode. But I think they did a pretty good job of it. I just wish they had more time. So, spoilers, what did you think of Holden's big decision? I mean, so I kind of called the way that they were going to put things on him, I guess. But the decision itself, I don't know. Like, I think it kind of makes sense in character and stuff. But it was kind of a backhanded move. And I have no idea how that relates to the books or anything. Not really a fan of the heavy weapon set for High New. Have you built it and that's why you're not a fan of it, or you're not a fan of it being P Bandai? So I think I gotta grab all the books now and start reading those. Of course I have to figure out how to get time. Although maybe I'll have time. Been a lot of announcements like the Power Loader from Aliens, Big O, Shin Getter, Robo, Giant Robot, and a lot of more as Motoroid gets. Oh, nice. That's cool stuff then. I definitely didn't see those announcements. I'll have to go take a look. Big O will do really well. And the Power Loader from Aliens is pretty cool too. I said Nightingale is the better of the two. Not a huge fan of the High News look, but I know everyone else loves it, so to each his own. I think it's a pretty cool design, personally. I haven't read the manga it's from, but I think it's pretty cool. Not a fan of how it looks, feels unnecessary. Got it. You can make it a 15-minute read, a long blog. Took me a while to get into the expanse at first. The first episodes didn't do it for me. Then it was a slingshot and obsessive behavior for me. Telling you a pair of headphones, the audiobook will work just fine. I mean, it might. I just don't have a lot of times where I've got headphones in either these days. If I'm like doing physical stuff at the warehouse, like helping pack orders or pick orders and stuff like that, I'll put headphones in and throw on music usually, just because I get interrupted all the time. You know, driving in the car maybe, but I got podcasts I can barely keep up with. And I think I prefer reading it to hearing it audio. So I'll just have to make time. Like I think could make time now. I don't know if I'm dealing with like minor burnout or whatever, but I've been playing some games and stuff like that, just a little bit here and there. So I've been making time for that. So when I finish and get sick of games, I guess I'll have to get back on the reading bandwagon. Thank you for the sub, Harry Nguyen. I've seen that spelling before. I feel like I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm sorry. I remember the game Custom Robo. I do not. Good Smell info drop was crazy. Cast a new god. You're not guilty. Good evening, what's up? You kicked my dog. I think it's pronounced like win, if I recall correctly. Pronounced Nguyen. It's hard to Romanize. Nguyen, okay. It's pronounced win. That's a weird, really weird romanization then. If it looks nothing like how it's pronounced. I am definitely not a linguist. Hail, evening Nick, what's up TJV? How are you? English speakers have trouble verbalizing the initial sound. I totally believe that. I feel like I'm in that boat. I can't pronounce it. I'll have to look it up. What's up, Lewis? I'm the win. What's up, Pitbull? Okay, so got that. These armor pieces. What's up, Deathy Clocks? Definitely seeing some new names. That's cool. Like seeing new names. E1, 26, and 28. Okay, actually we should probably do our first draw of the evening and get that going. Pull it both as win and one. So as I guess I haven't mentioned it yet tonight, we got 2 prizes up today. We got an Esposito, the 30-minute missions kit, kind of cool looking flyer type. We actually smashed a few of those this week, shooting a video for Tuesday, so watch out for that. So we're giving away one of those kits, not a smashed one. And then also a pair of God Hand Ultimate Nippers. We had a few come in and the packaging was cracked a little, so I figured it was better to give them away than to sell them. And, you know, they're what I use, so some of you guys might be interested. High value nippers for a low price of 0. So let's do a number between 1 and 500, and like we've been doing the last few weeks, we are going to ask a question to go with that. So our first question today is, what is your favorite timeline? You know, Universal Century, After Colony, etc. And a number between 1 and 500. 1 and 500 with an answer to the question, what's your favorite timeline? We'll draw one number, or 2 numbers, one for each prize. 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. See who's been around lately. Seeing some people just posting numbers. We need the answer to the question and your number in the same post. We were doing this because of we noticed during the charity stream that if you post a certain number, and there's probably multiple numbers they do this for, they actually censor it out because it's got some like hate speech or hate things or whatever. So make sure you got both in there. We'll ignore anything that's just a number. And also remember, I only ship to US addresses. So in a moment we'll draw some numbers. You ship the smashed ones and follow on wash day later. We're actually going to give away the ones we smashed after the video goes up. So definitely check out that video on Tuesday if you want a chance to win one of those kits we damaged. We did some packing testing, nothing super scientific, but figured out some interesting stuff. But I'll leave what we found for the video. Forgot all about the number issue. I went on vacation after that, and this is my first stream since returning. No problem. I need to remember to mention that we're going to add the question before I give the number range, and that way there's no excuse for not knowing what's going on. Especially since we have a bunch of newcomers, it looks like. Which Esposito, is it beta or alpha? Beta. Alpha hasn't come in yet. I think alpha is in queue to ship out though. Mecha Tallgeese. It's a good kid. Question threw me off last week when I showed up late. Yeah, I'll try to do a better job of mentioning the question before I throw up the number range next time. How did you go about contacting Bluefin initially? So it worked like this. I went on Bluefin's website and found an email address and emailed them. They probably didn't respond to it, and then I found their phone number, and then I called them, and then rinse and repeat emails and phone calls for months before I got any sort of traction. You know, calling every few days, every week or two. Esposito's flight form transformation is a lot like the H2 Gundams, that you pull down the torso and plug it into a different position. Interesting. I don't care what kit I get if I pick, because this will be my first stream. Well, welcome, Mecha Mantis. Is it weird that now we have a question, the number I picked directly ties into it, like the year the story occurred, and is what I chose this time? Not really. Did you just say I want to sell Gunpla? Basically, I mean, there's a lot more discussion than that, because, you know, it was pretty easy to get their form, but I had tons of questions about their application. Because, like, if you're an online-only store, they expected you to have an operating store already and stuff like that. Like the MG2 and 3, but I'm not willing to spend scalper prices. They'll come around again eventually. It might be another 6 to 8 years, but they'll come around. Okay, I'm gonna call time. We're doing a number between 1 and 500. So what did I miss? I forgot to check 30 minutes ago. Not a whole lot. We're drawing the numbers right now for the first draw. Okay, random number generator. Set that range to 500. And our first number up, 402 for the Esposito. And 229 for the God Hands. Let me look this up real quick. I don't see a 402 or 229. You guys can confirm. But if that holds true, we will draw for the next in a bit. Okay, B2, 11, and 12. I think I missed it. Well, I didn't call that number anyway, Stranges, so you're just barely too late, but it didn't really matter. Has anyone tried splash paints that can tell me how they feel about them? Interested in trying them out. I want to see what people think. I haven't used them. I've heard good things though. What was the winning number? Winning numbers were 402 and 229. What's up, Optimist Rhymes? Let's see the figurized Black Panther and War Machine announcement. I haven't. That's cool. Didn't think I saw winner. At least Control F didn't yield anything. Yeah, Control F is how I do it. I can't with nothing. I always ask though, because every once in a while something will show up weird because of a weird space somewhere or lack of a space or whatever. Yeah, how are the temps over there in New Hampshire today? Cold. Cold as F. I think it's like 4 degrees right now or something. New War Machine though, so clean. Oh, cool. So SH Figure Arts. Yeah, it must. Most likely. I don't think I've seen a figurize. Anything figurize for Marvel, Avengers stuff. It's warm in Maui. Yeah, you jerk. Down to -3 here in CT today. Wow. I know when I got gas today on my way home, and it sucked. And then I went to the dump because we have a ton of recycling from the holiday still to take care of. And just a couple minutes I was out of the truck to carry stuff over to the dumpster and dump it was horrific. Just finished building the inner frame with MG Barbatos and now I'm debating whether I want to keep the frame exposed or have the armor on. Yeah, I think from what I've seen, it's got a really cool inner frame. MG War Machine for a COD, that'd be cool. I think War Machine and Iron Man would make great kits. I have the problem that my Devon Duel I have shipping to me. I don't know whether to put the Assault Shroud on or not. That's definitely a hard thing about kits that have options like that when you can build it in either mode. You got all the extra parts to swap it or whatever. You kind of got to choose because most of us don't want to be switching the kit back and forth. Or you got to buy 2, and that's painful too. Probably answered this in the past streams, but do you have a favorite Gundam pilot, mobile suit pilot? I don't even know. Who did I say in the past? I've answered the question before. I can't remember who I said. Might be Duo. I don't do well with picking favorites for things. Unless I've got a real clear front runner, and I don't usually for a lot of things. Oh, and your Dream PG kit is really a good idea. I would love PG heavy arms. That's what I'm worried about with the Virtue. I might have to buy a second one. I mean, based on the numbers I've seen, it looks like buying a pair of them is not super uncommon. A lot of people aren't. Most people aren't, I think. Which I don't blame them. It's an expensive kit in the first place, but we definitely see with the pre-orders, a pair is not an uncommon thing. Let the coin decide your favorite pilot. But if you flip the coin once and you've got like 7 candidates, how do you use that to pick? Okay, so I need 3 and 4. Doing Death Set, they're my favorite gun of pilot combo. Son having a meltdown due to his SD not going together. He won't trim his nubs, just clips out and wonders why they don't go together. Some sanding sponge and file, but won't clean them. How old is he? Decided to put the armor on, then buy another one, and the metal upgrade frame parts. Expect the Barbatos order when I can find the upgrade parts. Sorry, correction. The Black Panther War Machine are figures from a line called Sentinel Fighting Armor. Okay, I think I saw the pictures for those then. Well, one virtue with shedding the armor. Watch that action-based PP Bandai. Mikazuki and Barbatos Lewis Rex for me. Nice. 9. I could see it. My son's 8, and he'll talk a big game about doing things well, and then he gets somewhere close to the end of the build, and he just starts rushing. Second camera started to do that weird VHS thing. Let's fix that. Then I got turn off the space heater in here. It's getting really toasty. Sudden death, I guess in that situation would be just the guy they unshoved out of the transport shot. That was a very abrupt departure from the series. Boom goes the breaker. Except Nike, I really enjoy the Core Gundam. Build Dires, both versions is fun, such a fun concept. Core Gundam's pretty cool. 32 and still refuse to eat my veggies. I mean, clean my nubs. Supposed to snow a lot here tomorrow. Have fun with that. I don't know if it's supposed to snow up here. I sure hope not. I think there was a chance of snow, but I think it missed us or decided not to or something. How you trip breaker in the past? I don't know how it tripped in the past, honestly. It's just that one charity stream where we, like a year ago, we lost the breaker went twice. I have no idea why. Gundam series is everyone currently watching. Just finished watching the Origin, now I'm rewatching Gundam Wing, which is my favorite series. Nothing myself right now. Snow sucks. It means I have to shovel my driveway and salt the sidewalks. Replace the breaker after the stream. We didn't. It hasn't been an issue since. I presume we just somehow went over the load limit somehow. I don't know what would have been running. Monday we're getting snow. Oh, there you go. So everyone, I'm late to the party. What's up, Rob? Well, Just is such a sick GM. I want to build my MG now. Favorite mecha anime king of the hill. I was thinking about a CCA and Hathaway double feature for tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool. I have too many other shows I'm watching right now. Gotta get caught up on. Just finished The Expanse. We haven't watched Hawkeye yet, so that'll probably be next. Probably slam through that, then Book of Fett. We've been watching Community on Prime when we either aren't in the mood for something serious or don't have enough time for the longer shows. That's been fun, reliving all that stuff. I haven't watched a Gundam series in a while. Might get back into Re-Rise. Re-Rise is so good. Cold weather is terrible, and elderly neighbor asked me to chop some firewood into smaller pieces so she could manage them. 4 hours of work, and she paid in cookies. They were really good cookies. It's probably worth it then. I want to watch Hathaway, but need to wait till I can afford them both because then I'm going to want to build both. Well, if the cookies are good enough. Just watched Eternals the other night. Oh, did that just come out? I think I saw somebody talking about that on like Facebook or something. There's Double O. Not sure I feel about it yet. What's up, Spud Killer? Sunday anime is awesome right now. Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. Was Sunday anime like a series or channel or program or something? It's not impressed with Hathaway, but it's almost no suit battles, but I loved seeing the Messer. First year episode, The Peacemaker came out earlier this week. Liked it a lot. I haven't heard of that one. I believe it did. Made the mistake of starting at 10:30. It's over 2 hours long. Yeah, any Marvel movie is a pretty long dedication of time these days. Are any of them shorter than 2 hours? I feel like most of them are like 2.5, 2:15, something like that. That's my main problem with Hathaway, but the visuals are amazing when the battles are there. Season 4, episode 2 out tomorrow. Okay, so this goes on like so. Piece and this leg is done. Not Marvel Studios, but the Venom movies are like an hour and a half each. Well, right, but so it's like the Avengers ones, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, all those movies are super long. We were trying to like watch them for like, you know, just mommy and daddy time after the kids went to sleep on like a Sunday evening or something. But then, you know, one of the kids would always not go to sleep on time or something, and we'd end up being up super late, being interrupted every 20 minutes trying to watch it. Waiting for AOT to finish so I can binge the whole series. I should probably get into that at some point. Opinion War would have been 5. Could have been 5+ hours, and I would still watch it in one sitting. Someone can customize an Ava kit into a Titan. They help me pick my first RG build, Exia or Zephranthes. I haven't built either, so I'll have to leave that to the chat. Alright, we have a second leg. Alright, waste unit is next. But why don't we get the next draw going? Let's do it a little bit early this time. Let's put up a number this time between 1. Actually, I'm not going to tell you the number range yet. I'm going to ask the question first. So we're going to do a question plus a number range for the next draw. Question is, you know what? Let's do this. Let's help Bobby out. So let's put a Exia or Zephranthes and a number between 1 and 350. So we're going to help Bobby figure out which kit to build. Exia or Zephranthes, 1 to 350. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And we only ship to US addresses. And we'll do that draw. We still got that Esposito B and the God Hand up. This is going to be pretty close. Okay, 30, 32, and 33. We have a winner before the draw. Not sure I understand that, Keith. Actually, not even close. Oh, I see. I guess chosen by the fates, the coin thirst. 75 have multiple entries on it then. I take it. I love it. Thank you, Nick, and everyone. Exia it is. There you go. What was the max for? Or 300? 350 is the max. Cool dude. Sure, I don't like the Devlo designs at all. Zip looks better. If you build it right, you'll be alright. Missed it. What is up with the Exia? So the we're asking questions with the number range now for the draws because of a we'll call it a censorship thing on YouTube. Certain numbers, if posted on their own, get just removed from the chat by YouTube, like a hate speech thing or something. And so as a result, we're asking a question as well. And so the question is about the which kit Bobby should build. He's got 2 RGs, an Exia, and a Zephranthes. Devlo designs look pretty good except for the main suits. As long as it's not the Victory Verkot, you don't want to look good. Censorship is not necessarily wrong. Yeah, I think it's a little excessive. I mean, maybe there's a particular instance that it was an issue or something that caused them to do it, but it seems like it's a little bit unnecessary. Next question would be, what is the worst kit you built? I'd love to hear what people have to say. That'd be a good question. I can maybe use that for next time. I made a list beforehand to have some options because I don't want to ask the same questions every week. But that'd be a good one. Okay, let's call time and draw some numbers. Okay. Glare there we go. All right, first number 19 for the Esposito. And as my to-do list completely blows up on my phone here. And 330 for the God Hand Nippers, Ultimate Nippers. 19 and 330. Pick a number to name a kit you would eat. Worst kit, Nick's failed beard. Speaking of worst kits, there's an ARX 3.0 on sale at my local secondhand shop. It was only $50. I was tempted. 3.0 is not a bad kit. Okay, so what were the numbers again? 19. Kyle Dixon with 19. So congrats, Kyle Dixon. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com. You can include the name of the kit as well as your contact info. That would be great. Your shipping address and all that stuff. And the other number was 330. Just check for 330 real quick. Cool dude got 330. Look at that. Cool dude got 330. So same thing, cool dude, congrats. Send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your shipping info, etc. And I guess we'll have to throw some extra stuff on there. I want to head out, have a good stream. So some surprise prizes, maybe. See if the stream viewership drops. Alright, PC 11. What was the email again? support@mechawarehouse.com. Next price will be a framed mayonnaise lid. The king of the nippers. I don't think you should tempt them with more prizes. You should wait 10 before saying something about another prize to see how many stay. Some static delay issues on your faraway camera. Keep an eye on it. It looks fine to me right now, but it did have some issues earlier. Or you're way behind. Vicus. Any progress on this year's Koan? Play with some ideas or hopefully get some sketches soon. Talking to Nickel about tweaking some existing artwork, I think is most likely what we're going with, but we're gonna see what it looks like when we start sketching it out. E8 and then D17. Static comes and goes. Okay. Let me know if anyone else notices it. I don't see it when well, I can always restart it. Just in case. Maybe that's better, maybe not. Nick, I got a GBB ground type to give away or a Lupus Rex. Oh, cool. I really kind of want to build one of those ground types myself. I might have to grab one before we run out of them. I mean, I basically built the regular one that it's based off of, but it just looks really cool. Cool color scheme. I always get kind of sad when the runners start getting empty. I feel the other way, Matthew. I feel like empowered when the runners start emptying out and start knocking runners off. It's a GBB ground type. Gundam Breaker Battlelog. Those are one of the new sets of HGs that are out. You built an MG Barbatos deck. I have not, Crazy Rabbit. I do have one. It's a freeze every so often, but nothing major. That's not cool. I dropped the camera this week. I brought it to the warehouse because we had to Zoom with a rep from TikTok. And then we dropped it accidentally, so hopefully we didn't break it. It's part of the stream where the paranormal activity thing happens and Nick gets dragged off screen. Ground type GM is pretty awesome. know if I'm super happy with it. I bought it during the pandemic to be the other camera right during the last year's 2 charity streams ago, the GPO1, the 24-hour stream. And I feel like it doesn't look as good as the Logitech that I have for both the overhead and my main camera. Couldn't find those Logitechs at the time, so I went with this Aki, I think, camera. I'm not as happy with it. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's just the lighting in the situations. Oh, I see it's glitching out. Well, that's not good. Maybe we broke it when he dropped it. Strong recommend the design kit, metal frame for Barbatos. Can't find my reg team, MS team in stock anywhere. Yeah, I don't think they've been printed in a while. It's been mine about an hour ago. Cool. Hotkey isn't very good, to be honest. That's why they get banned off Amazon for paying for reviews. Get tricked by that for having good reviews. Maybe I did too. Then it was like all I could get at the time because it was like early enough in the pandemic. I don't know what the supply state is for webcams and stuff now, but it seemed like when everybody started working from home, things like webcams were really hard to get. I really kind of want to figure out. I was like, he bought you a camera. I really want to figure out how to run like a serious camera, like a DSLR or something over here. I think I need like a capture card or something, maybe. If I pinched my finger or what, it feels like something's going on there. In order to run like a DSLR. Everyone started working from home. I couldn't find printer ink anywhere. That's pissing me off. Maybe I'll have to take the Aki to the warehouse to use for the random whatever and get a capture card and run a DSLR over here. Maybe then I could fix my zoom issues. Or not my zoom, my focus issues. 2021, 22. Anyone have any experience running like a DSLR as a webcam? Buy a cam link or an HDMI and the USB out adapter, and you just plug it in your PC, then it recognizes video input. Everything is a little bit more complicated. I probably wouldn't want to do it because I don't think I want to leave a DSLR set up on my bench here. I'm not exactly in a situation where I can just buy a DSLR to run. I don't want to bring it back and forth and set it up over and over again. I think people only come here to try to win something. If they don't, they leave. What's the point? Hang out and build this. I mean, most people stick around. We didn't drop off by that much. Cheap capture card would work. I lose every week, but I'm still here. And we appreciate you for it. They all took your advice last week. Got some Tamiya panel liners. Thanks to MW and Orion. With lighter fluid, wanted to know if you guys panel line clear parts. If so, what color? Good question. I haven't. I'm a never one. I think that's most people. Joined the stream a minute ago and not leave until Nick turns off the camera. What's up, Bean? I don't recommend them as webcams. They get super hot over time. Yeah, I bet. If I were doing a really short stream or something, or maybe if I were recording it like for an interview or something, if I was interviewing someone on, it might be worth it. Guess if this hotkey keeps glitching, then I'll have to get another one maybe. Nick, I really enjoy these builds, chill moments, really de-stress. The prices are icing on the cake for sure. Listening while running errands with the wife, she lets me. Does Bandai put any of the older non-Gundam kits on the order list? Sure. I mean, it depends on the order list. I've seen all sorts of random stuff show up on them. I've only barely glanced at the one for this next one that we just got. So I don't really know most of the things. I know MG Eclipse, RG High New are both on there. RG God Gundam, obviously, because that's a new release coming out. But I don't know what other more obscure stuff is on there. In fact, I've given like 7 kits away. See, the guy did black on a clear moon kit. Looked awesome. Well, that sounds like that looked pretty cool. I don't do much in the way of clear kits. Myself. I do have got a really good deal on the Discord. Someone was selling the 711 RX-78, and I think it was the 711 RX-8. What was it? The it's not the Gundam base, whatever, the Gundam Front or whatever versions. It's like another color scheme. Got a really good deal on them. Picked up the pair, or on their way. Been wanting those kits for a while, and for the price I couldn't pass them up. You know, so I joined the virtual builds, but I don't have a camera. I do a mic though. Most people join the virtual builds and don't turn their cameras on, so you would totally be welcome, even if you don't have a camera, as long as you have some sort of microphone. And even then, some people just hang out and will type stuff into the chat and stuff if they don't have a mic or they're in a really noisy environment. Lying down with my son to get him to sleep, but listening to AirPods. Nice. Be careful, top coat clear plastic. Yeah, the top coats on clear plastic can do funky things sometimes. Do you use multiple importers for Bandai kits or just Bluefin? Bluefin is the importer for all of our Bandai stuff. We do get some from a secondary supplier, but they also have Bluefin stickers. They're basically getting their stuff from Bluefin as well. Their prices aren't as good, but it gives us a little bit of ability to get some other stuff. 711 kits are like the only exclusive kits that actually do anything to get. I love that kind of promotion. I like 711 in Japan is so awesome that I was like, I need to have these things. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them when I get them, but I'm gonna keep them in the box, or I'll build them someday probably. 7G14. Let's see. We had one stream, so I choose this one as my guilty pleasure. You're only allowed one stream. Purchase something from the store to get in the Discord. Maybe dumb question, but just curious. Yeah, that is how it works. We the Discord is a customers only thing, and we do that primarily because it simplifies our life a lot for moderation. It seems like we have a very good community over there because everybody's got a little bit of buy-in. You don't have people just joining because it's an easy willy-nilly kind of thing. We haven't had to like deal with banning people for just being ridiculous because they're kind of on board with what's going on. The Discord where you do the virtual build sounds like so much fun. I have no friends that build, so the only time I build with others is when you're streaming. Strangers, yes, we post them on there. We've got virtual builds going on multiple times throughout the week. Usually one of the moderators is running one, but there is a page on the website where the Friday night stream is open to everybody. The link is available, so even if you're not on the Discord, you can jump on that one. What's the Discord? The Discord is a like a chat app, then kind of like ICQ or IRC rather. I don't know why I'm saying ICQ, IRC, but 2021 version. And we have a Discord server for the Mecha Warehouse. We got a big community, about 1,000 plus members there now. Great place to get help, share your work, etc. Discuss your favorite things about Gunpla. Family time or streams? So stream I choose is this one due to Friday date night. Gotcha. So focus. If you've purchased in the past, Nick and crew might be able to look in and get you set up. Good point, Rob. If you have, yeah, I know, Aspen ICQ, right? There's a throwback right there. Might as well have said AOL Instant Messenger. If you've purchased in the past, you can always send us an email at support@mechawarehouse.com. Ideally with the email you've used to order and or an order number, and we can look you up and get you your invite link. God, I heard of AOL in quite a while. Yeah, it's been a little while. Does AIM even still exist? The way of MySpace. Hey, they're still around on AIM though. For Trillion, you could be an ICQ, AOL, and Yahoo all at once. I definitely didn't do Trillion. I don't remember that one. I remember AIM was all my like high school friends, and I guess a few other friends too from the gaming world. I feel like ICQ is mostly like gaming buddies and clannies and stuff for various games. Tallgeese is coming along well, almost done. Thanks, Paul. Hey, what a throwback and a half. Ventrilo was our go-to voice. I remember Ventrilo. I don't think I ever actually really used it that much. Counter-Strike and AIM, that sounds familiar. Remember IRC, no clue ICQ is. TeamSpeak was another voice comm. Maybe I used TeamSpeak. One of them I remember using old school, like original Counter-Strike. And a few friends, we tried, like, I don't know, playing competitively or something online. It sucked really bad. It was, I don't remember BBS boards. No, it's before me. ASL, I just remember that. What BattleNet? How many hardcore BattleNet people out there? Spent many an hour playing games on there. Okay. E20. H1, 2. Loved it unclosed. And then C1, 5. I like the December vlog from the other day. I don't like the nighttime premiere though. It seems like we get more people when we do it in the evening. Although this time it wasn't as noticeable difference. I'm not sure if we just didn't do as good of a job promoting it or what happened, but to figure out how to get my mic over to where I build for the virtual build night. Yeah, if you can figure that out, then you're good to go. I'd say like probably about half the people on the virtual build nights don't actually go on camera, or they'll go on and off depending on what they're doing. Yeah, I was gonna try swapping out sponges, I think. They're all watching Eternal. Maybe we're competing with that. Okay, I gotta think up a good prize here for our extra giveaway prize. Maybe I keep it simple. I got plenty of Espositos, and I do have a couple more of those damaged God Hands, so maybe I put some more of those up for grabs, but keep the number range up, and if no one wins them, no one wins them. It's our first time on chat and watching many of the builds here. We'll welcome Focus. Just head off and order a coupon. Would be an option. Damage God hands, please. So I think I'll put one of each up for grabs. If someone gets it, they get it, and if not, they don't. Been to the warehouse twice. Oh, cool, Focus. Nice. So you're local. Let's do a number between 1 and let's do, well, actually, first off, the question is, what is the worst kit you've built? Someone asked us to use that question. And so, worst kit you've built and a number between 1 and 250. 1 to 250. We'll draw for another Esposito and for the damage package God hands. Not local. Oh, okay. So you stop by on your way through a couple times then. So 1 to 250. And what's the worst kit you've ever built? Oh, the camera's glitching out now. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And we will only ship to US addresses. After my wife and I had pizza. Nothing been bad, but there's been a few boring or disappointing ones along the way. Next time I'll have to ask if anyone's ever built a kit that was so bad it was good. Mandalorian. What was wrong with the Mandalorian and Escobar? Esposito B. In the menu now, the stickers are so small. Mando kid can't stand up on its own. The feet are too small. Ooh, that's not cool. What's up, Farless Barkley? What's up, Two Hands? Lots of leftover parts, decals don't stick well, didn't feel satisfied with the build. That's a bummer. Don't pay the ransom, I escaped. What's going on with the numbers? We changed how we do giveaways now. Yeah, we're asking some questions in addition to the numbers, because during the charity stream we found out that a certain number, at least one, if posted on its own as a comic, gets filtered out by YouTube. So in order to avoid that, we're just asking questions, and it keeps people answering and paying attention. Sakura Miku helped my wife build it, and she has to, it was a nightmare. All right, I'm gonna call time here. And we're gonna draw two numbers. So first one is 58. We'll get a chance of giving these away. And second, well, 58 for the Esposito and 182 for the God Hands. So 58. I don't see a 58. And I don't see a 182. I'll let you guys confirm, but oh, because of a certain double-digit number, yes. Okay, so it's E1, or E19 rather, H1, 1. Is it song title playing right now? Oh, it just came off my screen. How do I see what was on the list here? I think I was too slow. Something to didgeridoo. Like customized do kit batch, so even a back useful parts. Here's a place to test things on. Okay, what was I doing? And we got one more part, C25. Be getting MG restock soon. I hope so. We should be getting at least some. Unfortunately, it seems like master grades are really hard to come by these days. We can't seem to get enough or keep them in stock very long. We have a few master grades on the way. Hopefully we get a lot in our confirmations for January through March production. When they do come in stock, people just hoard them for the backlog. When people see that they can only get them for a short period and they want to make sure they have them when they want to build them, it just seems to be the way of things right now. believe in backlogs. Unfortunately, in 2021, 2022, it is hard to operate without at least a small backlog because kits are so unavailable. If you're willing to build whatever you can find at the moment, you're fine without a backlog, but if you have specific stuff you want to build, really you should grab stuff when it becomes available at a good price. And then you can wait out the other kits you want on a reprint rather than pay scalpers huge markups for kits that are out of print. At least that's my stance on things. I'd rather pay a good price when I can. And you want at least a few things in your backlog. 7 kits in my backlog. When you see guys have 150, it's just a little ridiculous. That is true, Tim. I think a lot of people have backlogs that there's no realistic expectation of actually being able to build them all in their lifespan. I mean, that's okay. People like collecting. Like, I get that too. But I definitely understand it a little bit on either side. My backlog isn't small myself. Usually I grab things when I get an opportunity to if it's something I want. I'm gonna run Hello TOE with the Halo. I don't specifically want her price as heck right now. Still waiting for G-Reco reprints. I have one log and it'll be done tomorrow. MG Aegis. But I saw a ton of it a couple years ago when I went down to the Old Dominion Open, which was an IPMS event down in Richmond, Virginia. Hopefully going again in February this year, assuming COVID. If we're hitting peak COVID soon and we start going down anyway, I'm not sure how well attended the event will be if it's still like peak COVID. But I plan on going down if I can. But when I went last time, there were a ton of tables. Old like tank and plane model builders, you know, would rent a table to basically sell their backlogs off because there were like, you know, 70 or 80 or something, and knew they weren't going to finish building all the kits they had. And it was just kind of crazy to think about. And I think that's where some of us at least are headed in the future. But right now, at least, it's kind of a necessity of the hobby to have at least a small backlog. Aegis High New waiting for the PB Hyper Mega Bazooka in April to build it. Curios, EXS, and Oswalda. Some cool kits. Most of my backlog I added early on, though. I try not to add too many kits these days, just the stuff that I really want when I can finally get it. Okay, let's throw these on while I can. I can remember where they go at least. Oh, I thought these were, I guess these are just different views. You saw some kits I was going to use for kit patches, but I'm not going with them. In case you consider being a small backlog, Nick, I think I already did mine. My wife is really upset with me about it. I mean, I filled my attic with kits, so I don't know. My pictures are on my Instagram at nick.savory of my backlog. I got a couple big shelves full of stuff. I think mine's bigger than small. thinks my backlog is big as well, but then I show her some of the guys in my local Discord server that has entire walls of their places covered with 8 model kits, and she backs off a bit. If it's cool with mine for now until my PBNI starts to get going on a regular basis. What's up, Jay Punisher? I think having a dozen kits is definitely fair. I think a few dozen is fine as long as you build regularly. I mean, I guess anything is fine. Boundless freedom, you can do whatever you want. But I think small is like a dozen or less, maybe. Depends on how many kits you build a year. If you have enough kits to keep yourself going for a year, you're probably in good shape. Because then you can wait for things at a good price and kind of shop around a bit and not have to overpay to get the kit you want to build, or a kit you want to build. G115. Got my backlog at around 115, still waiting some pre-orders. Okay, I'm glitching again. Nick started my addiction. Sorry, Trinity. E21. Probably end up getting this side. I don't know if we'll end up getting both side skirts done before the end of the stream, but looks like we'll be most of the way done through the waist when we finish for the night. Ooh, I think I have another runner I need. Not having a backlog for time delivery just right. Man, I feel really lucky. Yeah, cool, dude. A lot of stuff's not available right now. It's probably like a blessing in disguise for some of us. Oh, this is I1. I need I2. And I mixed the phone. I2. Problem is time and actually setting aside the time to build. I have that problem. I have more kits than I have time right now. Starting October and I'm up to 37 backlog. I need to back off a bit. Goodness gracious, to finish it if I open it, or else I won't. The idea is where to get empty sprues. You need empty sprues, easy 8. I feel like almost anybody can give you some sprues if you need them. I2, 10. Hell, I'll ship you a great big pile of them as long as you pay for shipping. I got a bunch of sprues runners I need to get rid of. That over there, I'll deal with a stand later. My first time watching the stream, but it won't be my last later. Everyone, see you later, Ryan. Thank you for hanging out. Might be a 15, but keep finding kind of on sales randomly. Okay, let's start with this one. Martial arts question for Nick. What are your thoughts on chain dojos, i.e. Victory Martial Arts? I haven't heard of Victory. I don't know of any like true chains. I know there's a few here in the Northeast that I've heard of, and I don't usually think highly of them because they're usually, you know, I think the term everybody uses is McDojos. They often aren't very good because if they're a chain, they're focused on commercial success. There are probably exceptions to that. I know dojo operators like in Japan that actually run multiple dojos, but they're not really chains per se, as far as I would define a chain, that are, you know, incredible teachers and stuff. But at least here in the Northeast, the ones that are like chains, as far as I would know, that, you know, have, you know, tons of locations and seem to be almost like franchises, it's usually not a great sign. There are often in places dojos that are affiliated or schools that are affiliated with each other that might use the same name that aren't necessarily bad. I can think of some like jiu-jitsu organizations, for example, that have a bunch of schools that use the same name basically. Good custom for you earlier this week. See with fast shipping. Thanks, Sabgoth. Hey Nick, would you happen to know if you're going to get the HGC Advanced anytime soon? The kit was reprinted back in October. I only know one store that got it before the new year. Advanced, is there something else in it? Advanced doesn't sound familiar. Kind of pre-orders my backlog is currently at 11 plus my active build, and I typically build 10 to 15 each month. If you're building that many, then a big backlog's not that crazy. Got 6 kits waiting for good weather to paint. I don't have room indoors for a paint setup, so I need to go outside. Drove by a place today called the Oriental Arts. I just laughed. What a name. What does it even mean? What style are you teaching there? The chain I know of is Tiger Schulman's. Are they a chain? I know they're out of like New York, or at least Tiger Schulman himself is in New York. I think he actually has a Kyokushin background. I'm not sure if he's technically teaching Kyokushin anymore, but I know there's some Kyokushin stuff going on, or was going on in their schools. I'm not totally sure how good or bad that one is. Virginia, but Nick can hook you up with a ton at the same shipping cost. Looked at anyone, someone beside me threw my bag out. Maybe AOZ, like the Advanced Hazel maybe? Appreciate this, my daughter does martial arts. Hey, Tiger Schulman's, it's okay. I think I had a friend that used to train with me where I came up, and then he moved to New York, I want to say, and was training with them, and I don't know. I think he was of the opinion that it was okay. It wasn't the same as where we were at before he had moved, but Kyokushin used to be karate based when I was a kid, but now I focus on mixed martial arts, teach a bit of everything. Seems like there's a lot of schools doing that these days. Generally speaking, if someone's not teaching based on a system and they're just teaching a little this and a little that, you're basically limited by the quality of the instructor, right? The advantage to studying a system, you know, it's a well-known, recognized system, is usually that you can advance to be better than your teacher, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for example, you can learn from somebody and get to a certain point, but if you outgrow that teacher, there's more there. It's bigger than that teacher. But oftentimes, if you study with somebody who just took a little, they learned from this and a little from that, you're kind of pigeonholed by what they know and teach. If that makes sense. It might be a little bit too abstract to really convey. Definitely a chain here in the New York CT region. Hey Nick, I think I asked this several months ago, not sure, but you know if you were getting the Battleship Yamato from Star Blazers. I don't remember if I'm getting that one specifically. We will when it gets reprinted. Just like having a lot to pick from on demand, and I get the means, so I have no problem with large backlogs. I think it's the collectors and us. Right, and these days, there's not a ton of downside because you can usually sell your kit for what you paid for it. because of the supply issue. So worst case, you can always turn it back around. It's not like it's depreciating in value. If anything, if you wanted to be kind of a tool, you could flip them for more than you paid for them in a lot of cases. Tiger isn't for dedicated fighters, it's for the general public to get in shape and learn, but it's not what I want for myself in terms of learning actual martial arts. Excuse me. There's so much out there these days, and it's really hard sometimes to really determine how good a place is unless you are in the know. I usually recommend, thanks Focus, recommend like if you're looking for a martial arts school, like go watch a class, maybe try a class or two, check out a few other ones, see what really kind of speaks to you in terms of the instructor, because a good instructor that you like goes a long way. And then if you know anybody who's kind of in the know, it can't hurt to ask for opinions. I got kind of lucky with where I started in the first place, but then when I went to go start jiu-jitsu, I ended up asking somebody I knew and trusted that was experienced with jiu-jitsu to kind of look up schools for me in the area and give me recommendations. And he gave me 2 or 3 recommendations. It could say, oh yeah, this place has got a good lineage, legit lineage back to whatever, or this guy, he kind of could look at what they were putting out or what he knew about them, and could give recommendations on really kind of finding a good school. And that can go a long way if you have access to those kind of resources anyway. It also depends on your goals. There's a lot of schools that are probably great if you just want a way to get in shape and an activity to do. But if you want to learn legitimate martial arts and self-defense and whatever, then yeah, you want to really look and pay attention to a lot of that stuff. Do you practice at a Gracie lineage school? The Jiu-Jitsu Academy, I think it is. So my teacher, John Fain, who runs the academy I train at, is a product of Roberto Maya, which is, I think he is related by blood to the Gracie family. I think so Carlos Gracie was his teacher or something like that. So it's only a few links back to the source, so to speak. I think all Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu essentially is lineage back to that. The experience of the Wing Chun school, I felt like the instructor wasn't a level I trusted to learn from. How did you determine that out of curiosity? I don't know anything about Wing Chun and the qualifications that someone would get to teach Wing Chun. Got your Roberto Maya as a Gracie, I believe a cousin. Are you in Jiu-Jitsu, Artie? Or are you just Googling? But yeah, I think he's cousins with all those guys. Training felt very watered down, nothing expected from the instruction. Gotcha. All right, let's do one final draw actually. So we're gonna do the same, actually similar number range. Let's ask the question this time. What is the biggest kit you've ever built? What's the biggest kit you've ever built? And a number between 1 and 200. Number between 1 and 200, and what is the biggest kit you've ever built? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number, and we will draw numbers in a moment. We only ship to U.S. addresses. That's the other thing I was going to say. Maybe I asked this already. Have you ever seen capoeira? Amazing fighting. Yes, I have seen sexy dance fighting. I've yet to see anyone do capoeira in a way that makes me feel like it's effective. There's techniques. I think we talked about this last week maybe. There's some effective techniques maybe in it. But in general, it seems more like an art form. I think we referenced Bob's Burgers. Cool, so we got almost all the waist unit done. So we got one more side skirt set over here. Then we put all the body together, and then backpack and weapons. The backpack's probably a solid stream on its own almost. Maybe 2 more streams left. One if I'm fast, ponytail. I love the Talking Toilet episode. I don't think I watched a few episodes of that show. But I definitely remember the capoeira episode. Let me go back up here. I've been watching MMA since like '99. Know way too much about fighting. So armchair martial artist. What was the question? What's the largest kit you've ever built? Largest kit you've ever built, number between 1 and 200. I'm gonna call time here in just a moment, and then we will call it a night. Such a good kit, all of the Tallgeese. Technically the RG Unicorn is a bit bigger, but yes, armchair martial artist. Okay, I'm gonna call time. Get the number range ready. I want to get my girls into judo once they're a bit older. Then I'll probably enroll myself in some form of martial art as well. Judo's good, especially if you're young. It could be tough on you, tough on the body. I kind of wanted to do. I almost did judo instead of jiu-jitsu, but I was like, I should just do BJJ. And I think we used to use glass shards between the toes with the cut and disguised as slaves just dancing. I know that the history thing with the whole trying to hide it as an art form, dance, whatever, which is kind of cool. I think it's better as a historical martial art than a practical one these days. Like judo as a fight style for girls, I think it's perfect. Yeah, judo's great. In a good judo school, you get a little bit of groundwork into and learn how to fight on the ground. So it's a good, definitely a good art. Like I almost want to, you know, start training judo as well, but I don't have time. My wife will kill me, and it will probably kill me too. It's all the hard falls. Okay, so 114 for the Esposito B, and 105 for the God Hands. Okay, so 114, let's check that one first. Okay, looks like we got several 114s. This over, let's write all these down. So 114, we got Wayne, Daniel Sick, Tyler Pettit, or yeah, Tyler Pettit. Oops. And Michael Barclay. Let's see, 105. And we got a 105. So Rybers with the 105, congrats. And 114, we got a three-way. Does Kate ever get in the dojo and throw some kicks? Yeah, Kate's been in the dojo training since, God, longer than I've had the dojo. She trained with me when we started in the gym before we got the dojo where we're at now. So she's been training at the dojo since, I don't know, almost 10 years now. She's been training. Paused occasionally by, you know, kids and all that kind of stuff, but boxing is a very methodical sport. A lot of combat sports I just can't get into it. Boxing is really cool. Problem with boxing is, one, if you train it, you're going to end up with CT if you train a lot, unless you're really careful. Nick does the RNG to decide we're efficient enough smooth-faced. Other Nick is taking control. There's no way to do a three-way coin flip. Okay, so we're gonna roll a virtual D3. If it's a number 1, it's gonna be, let me expand these in my spreadsheet here. It's gonna be Wayne if it's number 1, Tyler if it's number 2, and Michael if it's number 3. Sounds like something other Nick would say. You have the third pick the edge. Not a three-way. Can we have a 3-sided coin? You're an engineer, make it happen. I mean, technically it has 3 edges or 3 sides, right? We got the side, and the edge. It just, you can't really land on that. We all call heads or tail that have a tie. Flip again between a tie. Maybe. I mean, I guess that's 2 flips though. And what if they all pick the same thing? This is complicated. Travis is from the previous giveaway. Travis isn't a winner. I take the coin standing. Okay, D3. Oh wow, it's flipping around. Oh, I guess I hit stop. Okay, I'll hit stop. So, looks like it's number 1. So, congrats, Wayne. So, Wayne and Rybers, you can also send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your shipping info and ideally what you won to make it easy on Patrick to figure out which prize to send your way. And I guess I ended up giving away 2 of these things, so I have to make sure I make a note to take care of that on Monday. We still do a coin flip though, just for fun, right? I'm gonna keep you guys wanting, so that way you'll come back next time, if only for the coin flip. So with all that said, I think we are done for the night. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you everyone else for coming by and hanging out. Is Mecha Warehouse open Monday? It's a holiday. We will be open Monday. What did I win? I forget what you said. Rybers, you won the Godhand Nippers. The damage package, just so you know. Easy to message for box of sprue. So, thank you all for hanging out. We will be back next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified of the stream. That live 10 code should be good for a little bit while longer at mechawarehouse.com if you're looking for anything. And yeah, thanks once again. And I'll see you guys all next